everybody, my name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian Fishing for Float Fishing character. Today we are back at Mosquito, back on the hunt for Kermit. So saw this spot, it was raining over at Bear, so I decided I'd come over here. We're over here at 8190, kind of on the backside of the lake over here. On all three rods, I've got size 24 hooks and flies, and we're hoping to get ourselves a trophy frog today. I've seen both Frog and Bleaks getting pulled out of here that are possibly trophies, so it's a little bit early in the day. We may get some rough over on the bottom rod as well too. So on both the float rods, I've got a depth of 18 in fly, so on size 24 hooks, and on the bottom rod, I did a clip of I think 8 meters and size 24 hooks and fly as well. It's probably a Bleak the way it's biting. Maybe a roach. I did miss one fish on this rod before I got started as I was casting out and putting the other rods together. So a little bit of a marker roach there. Trying to keep it in the algae area. I do live in an area that does have a big sporting event today, so if there are any firework noises, I apologize. Looks like the game starts here in about 5 or 10 minutes, so people like to shoot fireworks off for whatever reason. There have actually already been at least 2 volleys, and we're not even at the start of the game yet. So one of them was about an hour before the game, and one of them was about a half an hour before the game. I live far enough from the stadium that it is not from the stadium, and the direction they came from was also the complete opposite direction of the stadium. Is what it is there. But other than that, it was a very nice day. Low 80s. Still had a lot of Canadian or Canada wildfire smoke. Not sure which one I was going to go with and cut it off halfway through. We did have a fair amount of wildfire smoke in my area today. And I don't live super close to the border, so it's blown a good ways down. Man, that was my fault. No questions asked. Not yet. Now. Seriously, get out of there. Tiny chub. And I doubt this is a frog. Another chub. Do I even have a clip on this? I do not have a clip on here. Just seemed like it went a little bit further than I expected it to there. Sugar-free bees. That's a great name. That got a laugh out of me. There's a Bleak. Oh, that was a marker frog. That did not look like a frog when I was pulling it out. Pretty sure this is actually a Bleak. I was sure the other one was though too, so. Again, today is not going to be a good silver day. More of just a trophy hunting day, trying to close out the lake here, get all the kind of required achievement trophy hunting. We're still missing the frog. And that's a decent one there. I don't think it's going to be big enough. Nope. Not even big enough to be a marker. We're still missing the frog, the perch, and the eye. Expecting a set of fireworks any moment now. And maybe not. Maybe folks have finally given up on it. What do we have here? Another frog. 70-gram frog. I thought I didn't see the float. Wasn't sure. Worthless chub. Making sure I wasn't snagged in the lily pads there. Another bleak. Small one. Honestly, wouldn't mind bleak. That'll actually make us some silver. But if we're in the green stuff, we're less likely to get bleaks. They tend to like clear water. At least that's been my experience with them. Ooh. You froggy? You are froggy. 51-gram froggy. Is that a frog? Nope, that's a chub. A decent bleak on the bottom rod here. I don't see the float for 2. And that worries me with where it is. But it wasn't snagged up good. May have just missed it behind the rod. Come on, fishy fish. Come on, fish. That might have been a firework. Also might have been a van door closing. I'm not sure which. There's a work truck across the street, so it could have been related to that. Yeah, the dog just picked his head up, so I think it might have been more than that. And the game has actually started, though, so I expected a lot more fireworks in this. think that's a roach by the looks of it. Yep. Not a super impressive one either. Little froggy. Bigger than I thought it was. It's a marker. Bleak. Small one. Yep. I thought that was a big bleak at first. It was. That actually surprised me. I did not realize that was a trophy bleak. I think they've changed the model. Thought it was a roach. Sorry we didn't look at that, but another trophy bleak. That'll at least get us, I think, 7 to 10 silver. Yeah, nice little fish there. I was sure that was a roach pulling it out. That's why I didn't even look at it. And then I heard the trumpet. Too late. Froggy? Nope. Small chub. Not really worth it. And again, today's not going to be a good silver day. Probably not going to be a good XP day. More of just hope we get a frog day. Oh, that one surprised me. Thought that one was on for sure. Come on, fish. Just got cloudy. We'll see if that changes anything. Caused me to miss a fish. Didn't. I was just a bit slow. Bottom rod doing the jingle jangle. It's gonna rain. Didn't see that in the forecast. I'm gonna stay here though. I don't want to move. We'll see. If it's too weird, I may go somewhere else. It looks like a chub. It was a chub. That 124-gram bleak was a weekly ultralight record for the U.S. You a frog? You are 57 gram. I thought it was a lot bigger than that. Two's got a fish on. Got back to it in time. Almost didn't. That's a good frog. 133 grams. 150 is a trophy, I think. That's unfortunate. Evidently, my elbow tastes good right now. If someone's licking it. I would not be surprised if that frog turns out to be a weekly record. Potentially both telestick and ultralight. Small bleak. Come on, fish. Come on, fishy fish. Saw that one dive. The way it went down is usually froggy. It was. Usually if it just dives straight down, it's going to be a frog. I'm checking. Oh, I was way off. 190 gram for a trophy frog. And I was thinking it was a buck 50, so I was way off. Now I'm going to say I'll be surprised if that 133-gram frog is a weekly record. Come on, fish. 19 minutes in, 25 fish. Not too bad. We do have a trophy too, even if it was only a bleak. Is that a bleak or a small? That is a bleak. Numbers there with a couple of good bleak in a row. Known fish. The frog was a weekly ultralight frog. US record. Small Bleak. I'll take it. It gets me 2 ultralight records so far today. Come on, fish. Another froggy? That is. It's another decent frog. Not a trophy, but a 93-gram frog. Come on, big frog. Come on, big frog. The rain, and I am drinking a lot of tea to keep my comfort up. That's the bottom bar on the left, or at least what I call comfort. Speaking of comfort, someone's going to go rest his head on the headrest, also known as armrest of the couch. Come on, Froggy Frog. Rain, I think, has stopped. Yep. Oh, that one was upsetting. I was pretty sure I had the fish on because when I pulled the float out, it was on the other side of the lilies there, but nope, no fish. Looks like sun's even going to come out. Gotcha. You look like a big frog. 103-gram frog. Somewhat big frog. Don't think this is. a frog? It's not. It's a roach. 116 gram roach. I want that a little further out than that. My finger slipped on the mouse. Gotcha. Marker Bleak. Another one. Non-marker Bleak that time. I think this is another Bleak. 58 grammer. Not bad. That's a decent frog. 88 gram frog. Numbers with another trophy Bleak. I think the exact same size as the one I caught. Nope, mine was 1 gram bigger. I think this is a roach. Yep. I just tried to tighten up the float rod that I cast out. Pressed Y to try and pull it in a little bit. I was looking up. I've got the game cast just so I know what's going on. And an event happened, so I was looking up to see if I needed to care. See if things were going to get loud or not. But it was the other way. It's a roach. 36 fish in 28 minutes, which, including the rain, I'm pretty happy about it. I lost sight of the float there. I don't know if it was under or if I just lost sight of it. Both of which are possible. Numbers with another trophy Bleak. Good for them. Yeah, that is on there. Chub. 605 gram chub. I reeled that in a long way before it actually showed there was a fish on. Come on, fishy fish. You're on. What do we have here? Another chub? Nope, roach. And it is Thursday evening, so some of these weekly records I've gotten may actually stick up. We'll see. Pretty sure that's not going to be a bleak or a frog. Probably a roach. That's a frog. That may be a chub, actually. Surprisingly, was able to chase it and get it. 1.368 chub. Wow. That's a bit of a surprise. I think that's bigger than this rod can technically support. 440-gram roach. What do I have on here? It's 2.5, so not entirely surprised I had to chase that chub. That's probably a frog. No, 73-gram bleak. Looked like it was swimming away quickly. It's what gave me the idea it was a frog. I did see one kind of do a bit of a dip as I started this one, so keeping a very close eye on that. Looks like I'm gonna be able to get this cast out and ready before anything actually gets on it. It's teasing me. Since the line's slack, I knew I could pick it up without disturbing the bite, moving the float. Gotcha. Looks like a small roach. Sounds of an angry tucker. Absolutely a fish on, and then I missed another one. Oh, fish on was pull and drag and still somehow popped off without giving a fish got away message either. On fish. Gotcha. Another chub, I think. Small one, unfortunately. We are getting close to nighttime. I may go for rough at night. That was fast. So keeping an eye on the game, and the first quarter just ended. It was a pretty quick quarter. Come on, fish. Got two snagged. And I never try to free a snagged float rod. It always tears. So I'll wait here a little bit and make a decision what I want to do. We already have 44 fish, so we got a good amount of fish. We've got a trophy. I'm debating just calling it when it gets to nighttime. At least that's what's going through my head right now. Yeah, I think that's going to be what happens. So whenever the sun turns to a moon, we'll call it. Makes it a little easier. I only have to focus on one rod right now. Still showing snagged. I've had it get unsnagged before by a fish, but it's very unlikely. And looking at the game, there's a good possibility loud noises may happen here in 5 to 10 minutes or less. So I think when it becomes nighttime is going to be a good time to call it. Sugar Free Bees. I love that name for some reason. Missed it. Too early. Got excited. It's not nighttime yet, but it's getting close. Yeah, some decent progress there. Come on, fish. Getting close to nighttime. I think it's somewhere around 22:15, but maybe different here in Mosquito. It seems like the sun's too high for that to be the case. You a frog? You are. Bam. Oh, 11 grams. Oh, damn it, Miss Piggy. 11 grams. And that was so close. I'm angry now. There we go. Now it's starting to get dark. Like the sun's actually going down. I know that 179 gram will be a weekly record since 120 something one was. Wow. Weekly record frog, weekly record ultralight frog, water body record ultralight frog, weekly record frog telestick. It's kind of surprising that a water body record ultralight frog is not even a trophy here. And they reset at the start of the year, but we're 9 months in, so kind of surprised. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. It may get very loud here in a second. We'll see. Depends on what happens. We will leave rod 2 here since it's snagged. My headset just cut off. I'm not going to deal with plugging it back in. If you lose game sounds with me just running to the back to the city, you're not missing much. All right. If there's going to be fireworks, there's a good chance it'll happen shortly. I'm seeing the local team just scored. So we did get 45 fish, 62 silver. Not bad, honestly. Wow, that Bleak was 28.8 silver. Wow. Did not expect that. That frog that was just a little bit short of a trophy was less than 2, though. So kind of glad we got the Bleak. Let's go see if we had anything for the cafe. We do have 5 roaches, so we'll get the 10 silver for the worthless roaches. We do have 5 Bleak, so we'll get the 23 silver for that. No eyed, nothing else. So 10, 33 and a half silver. I don't think we got Gibbles or Crucians, but I got to take a look. Didn't get anything else. So 33 plus 62, 95 silver. Not bad for a frogging day. Gets us up to 616.99 silver. So I do want to take a quick look at the ultralight records. So here in the US, that frog was the very bottom of the barrel for mosquito. And looking at weekly records for frogs, the ultralight frog, I scrolled right by it. Everyone's laughing at me. I'm on top in the US. So no one has caught a trophy frog on ultralight in the US this week. No one. Let's go look at telestick frog. Very bottom there. And probably about the same on normal frog, because usually you're going to be telestick frog in it. Yep. Is what it is there, but hope y'all enjoyed. We'll be back again tomorrow over on the spin character, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye now.